2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 7 says, "And lest I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure." Kala Yahweh Bahashim Yoshai, the water Yahweh Bahashim Yoshai, putting the spirit on me to do another video with the power and the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yoshai, giving double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutes to all the elect, 144,000 men. I want to just get into this Baba Abaratazar quickly, and I pray it's edifying, man. 2 Corinthians 12 and 7. And there's some meat in here. There's a whole heap of meat in this. The whole chapter in the blue letter, just looking into certain words. So some of the subheadings says Paul's vision, a thorn in the flesh. So we're going to get into some of these, some interesting precepts. If I was to break everything down, I'd probably be here for a little while, so I just want to hit certain bits, and if I have to do another part, I'll do another part before I hit the road. I'm going to do this. Now I wanted to look at the the subheading says Paul's vision. When you go into what the Bible scholars say about that, this thorn in his flesh. Let's read on. We started with 8, 7. Let's read 7 again. "At least I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations," because Paul was given an abundance of revelations. Yahweh Yahushua was dealing with him directly, so the knowledge was he goes on, the knowledge was a lot, let's just say it like that. And it describes it here as an abundance of revelation. "There was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan." This is the messenger of Satan, bringing messages to also, you might say, to level him out, to buffet. We're going to look into some of these words too. "To buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure." Before I go on, I want to look at some of these words right away, man. The word here. Now we know the principle of it all. We understand the principles of it all when we relate it to ourselves, and it makes things easier for us to understand when we see the principle of what Paul was going through, when we relate it to our own personal lives, why we have our ailments also. It makes things easier. It should do, the more we meditate on these principles. Right. "Lest I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations, there was given to me a thorn." I'm going to look at that word there, "in the flesh, a message of Satan to buffet." G28:57. Yeah, "to strike with the that's heavy. "To strike with the fist." Boy, Satan, the messenger of Satan, was coming to Apostle Paul. I'm going to say it in these words: to strike with the fist, to give one a blow. That's heavy. I could end there, but there's a lot. To give a blow with the fist, to maltreat with. Woo! I never looked into this, boy. To maltreat with violence and contumely. That's the word I want to look at too, man. Violence and contumely. But I don't want to sidetrack what I'm looking at here. So this is what Paul was going through. To strike with the fist. Boy, the movie comes to mind, Fist of Fury, man. The Fist of Fury. That fist is when you connect, that fist connect with the sweet spot, man. Connect with the sweet spots, the body mechanics, the the soft spots, the weak spots. Boy, he was getting it. He was getting it, man. Apostle Paul was getting it. But he was also getting, this was the balance. To maltreat with the violence and contrary, because, yeah, we understand the Most High talks about the balance. Proverbs 11:1. An unbalanced scale is an abomination to the Lord, but a righteous scale but a balanced scale is righteousness to the Lord. Loosely paraphrasing, it's about balance. So he can give you some sweet things, man, and he can also give you some. He can give you some. He says it here: strike with the fist to give one a blow with the fist of fury. Boy, that Bruce Lee in the movie Fist of Fury, he was knocking motherfuckers out with his fist, boy. He was giving people the death blow with the fist. But this was just to buffet Apostle Paul, sending the angels to buffet him, level him out, balance him out, because of those abundance of revelations. This is heavy. I never know it's going to be that heavy. Let's read a bit more in the Greek lexicon. To strike with the fist, to give one. Matter of fact, let me hear what they say here and come back to the Greek lexicon.
Kalafidzo. Strong's G 2852. Kalafidzo.
Okay, so let's get back to the Greek, the Strong's. It says to strike with the fist, to give one a blow with the. It's lucky I can't help laughing with this one. This is all the Spirit of the Lord, man. To buffet. For those of us that are into combat. If you know about, that, let me just say, man, Fist of Fury is the only thing that I can think of right now. To maltreat with violence and contumely. We're going to go into what his actual thorn in the flesh was, according to Bible scholars, but we get an idea anyway. When you just think about what yours is, you probably find it easier to relate. Brothers know we all got ours. Brothers know what one of mine is, the main one. Me doing these videos, getting into words. I believe this is actually curing me. Me doing these videos daily and getting into words is a slow uphill struggle for me, but it's also I also see light at the end of the tunnel, improving my my words and expanding my my provincial vision and the cognitive way of thinking. For brothers that know what mine is, it's not no secret. It's actually there's a lot of mental blocks with the things that I get, but you know what? I don't even want brothers know what mine. I ain't getting into what mine is. But you brothers are too busy worrying about their own ones. Discuss ours all the time. Brothers have got their own things they're struggling with, their thorns in the flesh. So we all got ours, man. Right? I should be exalted above measure. So it was. We looked at the word buffet. It was given to him. Let's hear G52299. This might take a little bit longer than I thought because there's a whole heap of meat in there.
Strong's G 5229. Huperairo.
And this calls for a little bit of I might have to have my little bit of a physician hat on here for this one. Which we're all potentially we all got that physician, that physician ability within us. If we are all the prophets had it to a greater or lesser extent. The study of the soul, the psychology of man. Wisdom of Solomon 7:17 goes into that. Solomon had that. He was given all forms of wisdom on all levels. So I can relate to Apostle Paul. We put it in All you got to do is put yourself in his shoes. It makes it easier. Yes, so this is, he was given the thorn in the flesh to what? To lift or rise up over something. Yeah, to stop him from doing that. Stop himself from being exalted. Stop him from being haughty. And that's another reason why I done that video earlier on in the week, going into Deuteronomy 17, the instructions for the kings to read in the book daily, day in and day out. It's actually therapeutic to do that too. You know, that's the physician in me saying that. It's therapeutic to read the book daily, to keep you grounded and humble. And this is what Apostle Paul's going into here. That thorn in the flesh that kept boxing him up, kept thumping him up, man. Oh boy, Apostle Paul was getting it, man, to ground him. But I'm just saying it the way it is put. That's how it was put. That's how it's literally put. He was getting some licks, man. Apostle Paul. We're gonna get into what it potentially could have been as well. You know what there's that thorn in the flesh was. To muddle voice from, to raise himself over, yeah, figuratively, to become haughty, self-exalted, exalted. So sometimes when you get your illnesses, you got to look back and say, you know, those little things, what you might be, find yourself lying down in bed and whatever the case may be. Was you being haughty? Probably. You was probably being haughty. The Most High had to give you a little something, a little something, a little blow here and there to put us back down to earth. And we'll get it. I'm applying it to myself as well. We will have to get them. And it's anyway, let's carry on. Those revelations, he was getting so much revelations, man. G 607 revelations. He was getting direct revelations. He was laying bare, making disclosure of truth. That's it. Because we know Yahushua was dealing with him directly. Disclosure of truth, instructions concerning things before unknown. Use of events by which things are state or persons withdraw from view or made visible to all. He was ahead of his time. Some people say ahead of the time. Head and shoulders above the knowledge that he had above others. So he had to be brought back down to earth with those thorns in the flesh, come enlightened, manifestations be revealed with revelations, disclosure, because it can make you haughty. Again, what I said, 1 Corinthians, there's nothing wrong with knowledge, but if you're not balanced with it, 1 Corinthians 8:1. If you're not balanced with knowledge, you can use it wrongly, and you can become haughty, and you can use it wrongly. And we all have measures of knowledge in what we have knowledge in. We all have measures of knowledge, or more knowledge than others, in what we study and apply ourselves to. So we can all get haughty or self-exalted, in some way, shape or form, as long as we're in this flesh. Messenger. All right, man. Let's check this one out. A matter of fact, let me I went to self-exalted, because I'm doing this is a drill right now. The Revelations. Let's go back to Revelations. See if I always remember to get their pronunciations.
Strong's G 602. Apocalypsis.
Instructions. He was getting instructions. That's how you describe it. So it's described. He was getting instructions directly from Yahushua concerning divine things before unknown, especially those relating to, right? They say Christians anointed, Christian salvation given, right? That's how I see. I'm glad I come back. Christian salvation given to the soul by Yahweh himself, or by the ascended Yahushua, especially through the operation of the Holy Spirit. I can end there. So he had a relationship I know I sound like the Christian people in the Christian church, but we're encouraged to have a personal relationship with Jesus. I'm saying it for those that remember in the Christian church, but it's true though. But in our case, we're encouraged to have a personal relationship with Yahweh Shai himself. Yeah? Yahweh Shai himself. For God have revealed them unto us by Spirit. 2 Corinthians 2:10. By his Spirit, for the Spirit researcheth all things, the deep things of Yahweh Shai. So he had a personal relationship with Yahweh Shai. Apostle Paul had a personal relationship with Yahweh Shai, so to be distinguished from other methods of instruction. Hence, let me take my time, let me slow down a bit. How that by revelation, Ephesians 3:3, how that by revelation he made known unto me the mysteries, as I wrote afore in few words. He had heavy letters, heavy writings, and his appearance as what his writings were didn't appear to live up to them, as far as carnally in the flesh. Because people look at men from the outward appearance. They don't look at the spirit. But he was powerful. You'd call him a spiritual giant. Apostle Paul was a spiritual giant, despite his outlook. They say it was contemptible, but. So I might have to do a part 2, man. This is some good stuff. I like this. I should be exalted above measure. So you know what that we got an idea about that. I should be exalted above measure. We looked at that already. Abundance of revelations. There was given to me the thorn. Here it is, the thorn. Now, this is really what I wanted to see if I can get my physician hat on about this one. The thorn.
Strong's G 4647. Scallops.
Alright. A pointed piece of, but let's read. Pale or stake, a sharp stalk splinter. Strong's. Perhaps from the base, withered at the point, a point, pricked figuratively, the bodily, this is it. Figuratively, a body annoyance or disability. Thorn. I'm not gonna go on about. We all got ours. We can go. We talk with our own ones. We can talk about our own ones for days, because it's such a bloody annoying thing. Sometimes we just talk about it, but everybody's worried about their own. They're too busy trying to worry and get over there and get stronger, praying to the Lord, begging the Lord, beseeching the Lord, praying to the Lord that they can be free from this. Our own, what we got, either whether it be hidden disabilities or obvious disabilities, where man's in wheelchair, man's on walking stick, and man got all kind of paralytic problems. What Yahushua, when he was on the earth, he was healing a lot of people. You know, the paralytics, the disabled, the deaf, the dumb, and the blind. The list goes on and on and on. But you also got a lot of hidden disabilities. You can describe Paul's disability as a hidden disability. It is not expedient for the double to glory. I will come to the visions and revelations of the Lord. Cannot tell you whether out of the body, because he had an experience of a powerful vision. It was life. He saw it with his own eyes. 2 Corinthians 12 and 1-4. He goes into that vision there. Talks about it in the third heaven. And I knew such a man. So he had whether out of the body or I cannot tell. Known such as one caught up in the third heaven. He was took up into the heaven, man. But I don't want to get sidetracked. I'm just trying to have my physician hat on here, because I'm relating it so that we can be more in the spirit, and despite what we're suffering. Just because you beg the Lord 5 times, Apostle Paul begged the Lord 3 times. Me, I don't. I'll just keep on fighting, man. In Abarazar, until if it's a yes or no, you're gonna know one way or another. what the answer is, whether it be a yes or no. Infirmity. It was an infirmity. So we know that much. It was an infirmity. Let's now there's a lot here, man. I might have to do a part 2. So the thorn was an infirmity. As a matter of fact, let me see one more thing. Go back. The thorn. What was it? Figuratively, a bodily annoyance or disability. Thorn. A bodily annoyance. Now I want to look at something, man. Just quickly in Google. I found out really what I wanted to know already. But let's go. What was Apostle Paul? I tapped it in. What was Apostle Paul's illness? I'll retreat back a bit. As far as what these scholars say quickly here. The Apostle Paul had a chronic disease, right? Some of the suggestions. Some say epilepsy is offered as a most likely hypothesis. So epilepsy, I knew someone who had epilepsy, epileptic fits. I knew someone who had that. They say it's dangerous because if they go into one of their fits, you have to hold down their tongue, otherwise they can swallow their tongue, suffocate on their own tongue. That's what was said to me. So if it's true, if Apostle Paul had that, and let's carry on. Epilepsy is offered as one of the likely hypotheses, interpretation of the parts of Pauline apostles suggest the possibility of facial motor, a sensitive disturbance coming after autistic seizures. All right, you be the judge. Another one. What was Apostle Paul's eye condition? When I looked up another suggestion, the book of Acts in the Bible states the story of St. Paul's sudden blindness and consequences recovery of vision. St. Paul was walking along when he saw the bright light. He fell down and awoke blind. Well, we know that story. That was in Acts. That's in Acts 7, 8 and 9. Goes into the when Yehoshua visited him and threw him into blindness. You be the judge of it anyway. What were the infirmities of Paul in the Bible? Some more scholars' suggestions. The proposals are numerous, such as epilepsy, hysteria, depression. I think that one's on the books for a lot of prophets. That's in the books for a lot of prophets. Here again, severe eye problems, malaria, leprosy. You be the judge of some of these. We're frying the bones out with some of these suggestions, I'll say. But yeah, brothers do have more than one. We know that. We definitely know that. Brothers have more than one thorn in the flesh or disability. Whether they be hidden or blatantly seen, we have more than one. I have more than one. Brothers have more than one. We just got ones that we really want to be healed from, that are more obvious than others. But we all want to be healed, and we may have to wait just until we get the new bodies. The good thing is, a lot of these people in the world, they're always going to the doctor. The doctors are giving them all form of things to take. Right, I'm just going to say that things to take that are not helping them. They're giving them more symptoms, putting demons on them. So the good thing about us in the truth, we the Most High gives us what we need to bear, as we're going to carry on going back to carry on reading in 2 Corinthians 12 how to deal with it. But in the world they go to extremes what they should do. You got physicians of no value, liars, and then you got alternative of no value. They call it alternative medicines, which they are a lot of them of no value too. You ain't supposed to deal with a lot of these things what they're dealing with. Left-hand side stuff. We aren't getting into that right now, though. So the sheer number and variety of these speculations suggest that we probably will never be able to identify with certainty what Paul's problem was. But like I say, we can be the judge of this. What the scripture says, it sends us in a certain direction to give us an idea. But all you got to do is know he was a man of the Lord. So and we can relate to him, being that we're trying our best to serve him too, serve Yahweh Hashem Yoshai too. And I relate to Apostle Paul and brothers who have all their conditions that they have to struggle with. There's a lot of them. So let's carry on reading, and that's the video. That's all I wanted to bring out there, man. Right? The point is already made. A thorn in the flesh. At least I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations. So, see, this is about the balance. The Most High gives us, he gives us, man. And he has to, because he gives us so lovingly and generously, keep on knocking and it should be opened unto you. As I'm going to carry on reading, the abundance of revelations, he gives us so generously. It was given to me a thorn in the flesh. Right, that's the balance. The messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. Boy, was Apostle Paul, was he a boxer? Stop it, man. He was taking some blows. And we looked at the word buffet. He was taking some blows, man. And those blows were to humble him. You know what I mean? For 8. For this thing I besought the Lord thrice that it might depart from me. Thrice is 3 times. We'll have to look at that word there. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient to thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, I will rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Yahushua might rest unto me. Now, I must be allowed to look up some of these words before I end the video. But the point is made, but I just need to look at some of these words for curiosity, just to properly, get the idea. I must. Right, we know what grace is, sufficient, right? So he was giving grace. Let me look in the word grace. I'll give myself these reminders. Grace.
Strong's G 5485. Charis.
Oh, see, grace. That which is affords joy. So there's the balance there. The Most High gave him blessings. He gave him grace, man, which was to balance up the blows he was getting. To even up the blows. You gave him grace, delight, sweetness, charm, loveliness, grace of speech. There's all the different types of grace, but that's the grace there, the pleasure, delight, sweetness, and the merciful, of merciful kindness, by which God, exerting his glory, influence upon souls, turns them to Yahushua, strengthens. Focus on these things, brothers. When you're ill, this is my put your physician hat on, because a lot of people they got problems, they don't know why. That's why they just go mad and they turn to alcohol, class A drugs, fentanyl, opioid, trank, which that's a slow suicide, smoking cigarettes, because they don't know, they ain't got the answers. But this is why we endure. This gives us the strength to endure. Next time you get down really sick, Abarat Azar, you keep praying to the Lord, we don't, but next time you do, we're in this flesh, just know why. It's to humble us. And as it goes on to say, to strengthen, increase them in Yahushua's faith, in the Christian's faith, knowledge, affection, and kindles them to the exercising of the Yahushua's virtue, the Christian virtue, right? Spiritual condition 1, governed by the power of divine grace. So when next time you feel down in the dumps for or whatever it could be, this is to what? the spiritual condition of one governed by the power of divine grace. Gift of grace is a gift. Benefit is a benefit. Thanks to benefit, service, favors, recompense, reward. Psalms 103. Or it might be 110 and 3. Yeah. Thank the Lord for all his benefits. Either or either, but that's the benefits of the Lord. The gift of grace. Right now, I can talk about the things I'm going through and all that, but I just read what's happening. It's about the power, that the power may excel through me. Some people with my issue probably say I can't do them type of videos. But because now the Most High has given me this grace, I recognize it. I can do a video through him. He's given me the strength to, and challenge myself with words hard to pronounce. And if I if I butcher the words, I come back and correct them. You know what I mean? I look at my video, check it, watch it back, see where I'm butchered the word, and come back and correct it. Abaratazar. I'm trying my best not to butcher the words, but this is all of the power and the spirit of Yahweh Shemir Shai. We can't give up just because we got little infirmities. Keep asking, keep knocking, and it should be open. Keep banging down the door. Abaratazar, the Most High Yahweh Shemir Shai, answer. And the ultimate healing is when Yahushua come back with healing in his wings, and Abaratazar, we get beamed up in the chariots with those new bodies, and that's when life really starts. One more word, man. I don't want it to be too long, this video. Yeah, strength. Oh, no, not more than one more word. Couple more words. Strength. Inherent power. Resident a thing by virtue of its nature. Power for performing miracles. And that's when Yahushua come back with healing in his wings. Jump down to the strong. Strength, ability, power. Inherent power. Resident thing. Okay, let me check this.
Strong's G 1411. Dunamis.
I'm just got my physician hat on for this video because we're getting the principle of the whole matter. There's a lot of words, but there's a principle, and it packs a punch when you look at the principle of it. Don't miss the principle of what Apostle Paul was saying. You're weak, and it's the reason why you're weak. The Most High, Yahushua made you weak, so that you can call upon him for strength through the Spirit of the Lord. You can not rely on yourself, because you got, like I say, there's only but academic people in the Christian church, in the Senate, in the House of Commons. They don't call upon the Lord for their abilities. They don't give the Lord his due. They rely on their own abilities. They're self-confident, therefore they're haughty, because they don't pray and they don't ask the Lord for help. So therefore they're haughty. You couldn't tell them none. Those scholars and those MPs in the Senate and in the House of Commons, and those high learned scholars, and you can't tell them nothing. They don't rely on the most. You ain't going to listen to us. Who are we? They're proud. That's because they're not relying on the Lord. But that's why we're given this thorn in the flesh. Hence the principle we're looking at. Weakness. So he's given that weakness. So I will rather glory in my infirmities. Alright, I've got to look at this, man. Now we know what that is. I rather glory. So this will be the last one. Apostle Paul said he rather glory, whether with a reason or without, to glory on account of a thing, to glory in a thing. We glory in Yahuwah Shemir Shai, and in the fact that Yahushua is going to come back with healing in his wings. There is light at the end of the tunnel for us. Alright? For who maketh thee a differ from another, and what hast thou that thou didst not receive? Nor if thou didst receive it, why dost thou glory as if thou didn't receive it? But we glory in the Lord. Just read that one. Yeah. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profited me nothing. Right. So that's it. That's what I wanted to bring out. I say again, let no man think me a fool, if otherwise yet as a fool receive me, that I may boast myself a little. Right. So what do we glory in, man? We glory in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai right now, that we even in our weakness, before you come to him, we glorify in the fact that he going to be delivered out of this situation. And even in our illness, we glory in that, because we call upon the Lord to endure, to give us the strength to endure. So that's it, man. Through the Most High, he give us that power. That's how we get our strength, through the power of the Lord. So we're going to end off the video. For this thing I besought the Lord twice, that I might depart, that it may depart from me. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly therefore will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Yahushua may rest upon me. Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distress, for Yahushua's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. When I am weak, then I am strong. Alright, the video, we're going to end it now. Didn't want it to be a long video. It's not really long anyway, just touching on these points. I might come back and go a little bit, do a little bit more.
Strong's G 1415. Dunatas.
Able, powerful, mighty, strong, mighty in wealth and influence, strong in the soul. All praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, to bear calamities and trials with fortitude and patience. Oh, to bear calamities and trials with fortitude and patience, strong in Yahushua, in Christian virtues, to be able to do something, mighty, excellent in something, having power for something. Man, so that leads me into having ideas to do other videos now. Now that I've done this video, it's led me and given me ideas to do other videos. Because yeah, the Spirit of the Lord, man, he opens your pineal gland, he opens your third eye. King Solomon gives us many examples. He gave us wisdom. He gave Solomon wisdom to increase his ability how to judge. The list is endless. A mighty in wealth and influence. The list is endless. What the potential and the hope that we have. Powerful or capable, literally or figuratively. Mighty man, possible power, strong. And ideas to do other videos just come to me, because we got potentially we're getting new bodies also. Isaiah 41 goes into that, when the Most High Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua gives us teeth, yeah, to thrash and trash the kingdoms of this place. So I just wanted to get into that. The Most High giving us these thorns in the flesh. This is why he's giving us the thorns in the flesh. Therefore, this is why he's giving us the thorns in the flesh. This is the principle of the matter. If you don't remember anything else, remember this. Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities and in reproaches, in necessities, in needs, in persecutions, in distress, for Yahushua's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. So we're making a personal application and getting the principle from this. When the Most High puts you in weakness, you call upon the Lord, and he will make us strong. The word of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua put the Spirit on me to do this video. Shalom to all the sincere, elect 144,000, and double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. So on to the next.